Alright YouTube, here's a update, a new project. This is going to be monster worm bin. This is processed newspaper. Just throw it in the tub overnight and then chop it up with one of the garden forks. This is the starter worm bin. They're doing their thing. I kind of learned that they can really do well on just newspaper. This is pretty much just newspaper substrate. There's a little bit of leaves and everything. It is brutally hot right now. It's Houston summertime, probably over 100. Everything's being kept alive, kind of on the edge. There's some worms by the water flow. So this is all AC condensate. It's coming down. It's going to the black soldier flies, and then it's dripping from them down to the worms. But as you can see, we still have a good bit of worms. They stay right up on top with better airflow. There's a good bit. And now you also can see there's lots of black soldier fly larvae, the larger ones. That is because they fall down from up above. So the worms get all of the scraps that are appropriate for worms, vegetables and things, but I don't think they're processing at full speed. The black soldier flies really pick up during the summer here. I've noticed this is just the first season experimentation. I threw a dead squirrel in, and there's a leg there. They're in this pair. See all those little babies. So they're eating anything and everything, which is kind of cool. I think the cardboard, definitely having it around on top, places for the females to lay eggs, is real handy. I have a really inefficient system. These ramps on the sides, we're supposed to go up to automatically harvest them, but it hasn't really worked that well, and so they pretty much just climb out and fall into the worm bin, and then I go and I'll grab them from down here in the dry corners of the worm bin. They'll congregate, these ones that are ready to pupate. So I do hand harvest them and feed them to the chickens some. I can coax the chickens out. I'll give them a feed, a couple black soldier flies for you. I don't know where they are. There they are. Come here. Alright. And one for you too. So they like the black soldier flies. Big and ripe, and look at that. I have changed the worm bin. I won't go deep inside, but you can see all that water is AC condensate drip. You can see it dripping. It comes from right there. And so that's what keeps the worms cool. They'll hang out right on the edge of the water. And there's plenty of worms down there. They're just buried underneath all those layers. This is where it comes out. So it's all open system. What you hear is the aerator. So this is compost tea. You take high bacteria compost, or compost that's full of life, and you pump it full of air. And so I have right here some molasses, and every once in a while I'll put a glug of molasses in, and this is what I watered the blueberries with, because they can't handle the city water. The high pH water would mess with them. So there's just a can to bucket it out of here while it's being stored and aerated and brewed. But I also just recently put in a passive overflow, because there's actually a lot of AC condensate, a lot of water that comes. So you can see the level right there. When it comes up to the top, it goes out and it just drips near the pear tree. I also use the compost tea and I spray it on the plants. So I got my sprayer here so I can fill it up. But it's been a good system. It did have black soldier flies in it last year, but this year there's no need because there are no chickens here.